Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, May 22nd, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. First up, Google finally admitted that there was some sort of update at the beginning of this month on May 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, the rollout over the weekend. We covered it extensively. Google said no update. Google specifically meant there was no search spam update around like a Panda or Penguin or anything related to the search spam or quality web spam team. This was specifically just a normal Google update. They do to their core search algorithms. They probably do this once a week around Fridays when they have their search quality meetings, their search core update meetings, and they probably push something out that had a larger impact than what they usually do. And Google, when we asked them, they said no, there's nothing going on. But now they actually confirmed that it's happening. So Google actually told us that going forward they're going to try to be more transparent around not just the web spam specific algorithms like Panda and Penguin, but more around core algorithm updates when we ask them specifically. So that's a good thing, and hopefully we'll learn more about that as we go on. Officially, the tweets are now from Twitter are now in Google mobile search results. So we covered the beta test of this, and now if you go to your mobile phone and you do a search for something that's typically trending or a specific popular name of a person, what you'll see now in the mobile results are boxes of tweets, either carousels or some different formats. If it would load, I would show it to you, specifically around how Twitter works in the mobile results. So I'll definitely show that to you if it loads. Here it comes. So you can see here's what it looks like on some queries, but there's different types of queries. We showed this to you before, but now they're in there. Now SEOs are asking how can we go ahead and utilize this to benefit in terms of Google ranking. John Mueller, once again from Google, said, and he said this back in September of last year, we're trying to make the Panda and Penguin algorithms run faster, specifically the data refresh faster. So maybe what he was talking about in September was making the algorithm in the real-time infrastructure, which is now the case, but it doesn't make a difference if it's in the real-time infrastructure if the data still says your Panda food or your Penguin food. In any event, John Mueller said, hey, we're hoping to make this run faster and faster. He said this in a video this week, and I have a copy and a link directly to that where he said that. It's very interesting to watch John Mueller pull up his quick in a live hangout, and they do this also. I remember Matt Cutts back in the day. He used to sit in conferences, hide his screen, and people used to ask him for questions about their own website, and he used to pull up some data that only Google has access to and say, why are you buying links from here? Why are you doing this type of spam and that type of spam? And it's very interesting to see Google do that in real time. And Google obviously has a lot of tools for their webmaster, web trends analyst, and their spam team, the manual spam team, to actually do this. And it's very interesting. Google's John Mueller actually was asked directly, does my site still have a Penguin penalty? Does my site still have a Panda penalty? He was asked two different questions by two different webmasters. And John took a second to look, and he said, so one, you don't have to worry about links, and the other one, your site's doing well, it's actually increasing in traffic, keep doing what you're doing. So it's actually interesting to see this, and of course we asked for an automated action viewer, which we've been talking about for a while. Tell your webmaster in Google Search Console, formerly known as Google Webmaster Tools, if their site was impacted by a Panda, Penguin, or any other web spam algorithm. And we asked this again in this thing, and Gary from Google specifically responded very quickly. See the GIF? Very quickly, basically saying it's not going to happen anytime soon, and he responded here on Twitter, as you can see behind me. Of course, hopefully sometime in the future, but not anytime soon. Just some notes. Google's Webmaster Tool is now known. They changed the name to Google Search Console, specifically to not make it feel like it's only for webmasters, but it's actually for a much larger set of people, including publishers and hobbyists and small people who have their own websites that are just small businesses and so forth. Google is looking for beta testers for their API, for their search analytics report. So if you you know the new search analytics report under the Google Search Console, formerly Webmaster Tools. If you want to gain access to the API, John Mueller said in a video, just go ahead and reach out to him, I guess in Google Plus, to ask him for access to that. They're going to make you sign an NDA, but it'll give you some really cool data via an API format, so you can actually use that data for whatever purposes you want, for better improving your website. Google announced this morning that they have new tools for web app developers who are participating in Google's app indexing. Again, it's only Android right now, and the new tools in Webmaster Tool, there's two things. One is it actually integrates with search analytics, so now you can actually see what people are searching for to find your app content in the Google search results, in the mobile results, as well as Google launched a tool, an alpha tool, that actually shows you what Google sees, like a fetch as Google, but for apps, specifically what Google sees when they actually fetch your app content. And if you look closely here, it shows the APK version, the URI of the content, Android-app, and this is the format, the date of the crawl, the type of the language of the content, and the Googlebot type, so Google for Android apps. And then it actually shows you a view of what Google sees when they actually render the page using that. I have to assume iOS is coming soon, so Bing themselves is actually going ahead and announced yesterday they are crawling app content aggressively now. They're trying to build a huge index of app content, specifically around iOS and Android, and they're using, I think, appindexing.org as the protocol for this. So definitely, if you have apps, definitely use this protocol and try to get your content into the search results. A lot of webmasters over the past few weeks have been noticing a massive reduction in Google Rich Snippets showing up in the search results. So that means you wouldn't see these rich snippets or other forms of rich snippets. And Google's constantly tweaking this stuff. They had a mass reduction a couple of years ago when people were spamming it a lot and they only wanted to show certain types of sites. So it wouldn't surprise me if Google constantly tweaks that algorithm a little bit to define what they want to show and not. Google AdWords launched a new mobile format yesterday for nearby queries. So if you do a search for nearby auto repair or nearby businesses, whatever the type of things are, it would actually give you this little box in the mobile results for one-click directions or one-click to call. So it's a new mobile format. It works with any location extensions enabled, and it's automatic if you have location extensions enabled on your AdWords ads. Google Ads is supposedly going to offer buy now buttons where you can actually complete your purchase directly on Google. This is a direct hit at Amazon and eBay. This is coming from the Wall Street Journal. Google has not confirmed this or denied it, but it's definitely a new ad platform that Google's looking to work on. A lot of news around Google Maps this week, like the other weeks about the hacks, this week about Google bombing Google Maps. So specifically, if you did certain types of racist types of searches in Google Maps, certain things would come up in the search results. Let me just show you a picture. You can't really make out the query, but you can figure it out. This is leading to the White House. Here's another one that shows prostitution house and it leads to the White House. And there's tons of examples of this. Google actually issued an apology on their Google blog last night saying, we're sorry, this is related to how they crowdsource people's content when they discuss certain types of places in their database. And because of that, they have to tweak the algorithm to make sure this doesn't happen in the future. Of course, with that tweak, you have to understand there's going to be some changes in the Google search results around Google Maps queries. So definitely be on the outlook for that if you are dependent on the Google Map results. And finally, I just this week officially booked and announced SMX Israel 2015. It's been almost a year and a half or more. We usually run it every January, so the last one we did was in January 2015, and I pushed it over to October-November timeframe, so we're actually going to have it on November 1st on a Sunday in Jerusalem at the Inbal Hotel. It's really a great show. I personally do everything for the show myself, pretty much. I have a lot of volunteers that help, but this is really all the content, all the speakers, everything's vetted by me personally. I actually raise the money for it myself too, and it's a way what I can do to help the Israeli SEM community. If you don't know, the Google Webmaster Tools team, now Google Search Console Tools team, is based out of the Tel Aviv office. They bring about 10 to 15 people coming. We're probably going to have a session on manual actions, specifically from those Googlers who actually deploy manual actions, as well as obviously a lot of AdWords people. In addition to all of that, we're going to have Gary Ilias from Google, who has been an incredible speaker. He's pretty much taken on Matt Cutts' role in terms of talking, so he will be at the conference, and you pretty much ask him anything, and he'll pretty much give you a direct answer. And sometimes he'll give you a snarky answer, which is fun. Anyway, so if you are around, it's great. Definitely check out SMX Israel, November 1st, and hopefully you can plan a vacation around that. Anyway, thanks so much for listening to this Search Buzz video recap. My name again is Barry Schwartz, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Again, today is Friday, May 22nd. Everyone have a great weekend. Enjoy Memorial Day. I will be offline for that because it's also a Jewish holiday. Everyone have a great week, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.